Good morning, parents, and good morning, learners, and welcome to your first English e-learning lesson. In today's e-lesson, we are going to cover 3 topics and 3 tasks. Please ensure that you find your e-learning divider in your notebook and write the date on a new page. Let's get started. Our first topic is dialogue. A dialogue involves two people speaking to each other. The only difference is that you are writing down the words which are spoken instead of saying them aloud. The format for a dialogue is as follows. The character name is placed next to the margin with a colon next to it. Next to the colon will be the lines or words spoken by the character whose name is next to the margin. Remember that in all writing tasks you need to follow the writing process, which is as follows. Step 1. Mind map and planning. This is the writing down and brainstorming of ideas. Step 2. A rough copy of your writing piece. And step 3. Proofreading and editing of that rough copy. This is the corrections made to spelling or format errors and making sure your sentences make sense. Now learners, please pause the video, grab a pen, and write down this entire slide as a note in your notebooks under the heading Dialogue. Please take a moment to pause the video at this stage and analyze the dialogue format in front of you. This is how your format should look like, and keep it in mind for when you are doing your task. Topic 2. Reading comprehension. Before you read a comprehension passage, remember to skim through it to identify the most important facts. Read the questions and then scan the passage while looking for particular information relating to those questions. Remember to answer questions in full sentences unless otherwise stated. If you come across any words or concepts that you do not understand, always take the time to use a dictionary or the internet for an explanation, as this will expand your knowledge and your vocab. Once again, please pause the video and take this down as a note with the heading Reading Comprehension. Our third and final topic for this lesson is language. In the language task attached to this video, there will be questions on the following: antonyms, pronouns, adjectives, metaphors and similes, and idioms. Antonyms. Antonyms are words that have opposite meanings. For example, the antonym for bad is good, and the antonym for tall is short. Pronouns. A pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun. For example, he, she, it, they, someone, and who. Pronouns can do all the things that nouns can do. They can be subjects, direct objects, indirect objects, object of the preposition, as well as more. Adjectives. Adjectives are words that are used to describe or modify nouns or pronouns. For example, red, quick, happy, and obnoxious are adjectives because they can describe things. A red hat, the quick rabbit, a happy duck, an obnoxious person. Metaphors and similes. These two are very similar, and I will now explain the difference. A metaphor is a figure of speech that makes an implicit, implied, or hidden comparison between two things that are unrelated, however, share some common characteristics. The following phrase is an example of a metaphor. My brother is the black sheep of the family, because he is not a sheep, which makes it a metaphor. If they were to say he was like the black sheep of the family, it would be a simile. A simile is a figure of speech that makes a comparison, showing similarities between two different things. Unlike a metaphor, a simile draws resemblance with the help of the words like or as. Therefore, it is a direct comparison. For example, she is like an angel, or he is like a busy bee. And lastly, we have idioms. An idiom is an expression that takes on a figurative meaning when certain words are combined, which is different from the literal definition of individual words. For example, let's say I said, "Don't worry, driving out to your house is a piece of cake," we would understand that the expression a piece of cake means that it is easy. Normally, we obviously wouldn't associate the word cake when it's on its own as anything other than dessert, but in this context, it is a well-known idiom. And for the final time in today's lesson, I ask you to pause the video and take down this note under the heading Idioms. And that concludes our first English Grade 7 e-learning lesson. Thank you so much, parents and learners, for your time and for your patience. And to my students, good luck. I know that you are capable of doing amazing things and definitely capable of adapting to this new concept. I wish you all the best, and remember that if you need any assistance, I will always be available to help you. Thank you and good luck.